Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing fantastic today. Just a reminder, everything we're about to do is for educational and entertainment purposes only. We do not trade with live funds, and this is strictly just used to demo and paper trade. Should be able to see my screen now. Excited to work with you guys today. And let's get it. CPI is going to release in a little bit less than 15 minutes now. Everything is mostly flat, so there wasn't much movement overnight. So the only thing we have right now is that DXY is confirmed bullish from True Algo. And typically when DXY is confirmed a direction for a news release, the indexes and commodities will do the opposite of that confirmation. So at the moment, DXY is bullish, so therefore we expect a bearish move for CPI on index futures and commodities. That's what we're expecting at the moment because DXY is bullish. So this is what we expect from our system. With all that being said, we still can't blindly enter into any trades if we don't have a confirmation. And what I'm going to show you in a second is most things are flat. So right now, I mean, if you ever wanted the definition of neutral and avoiding chop, that's what our system is saying. This is the ES right here. I'll add some notes just so people know the assets. If you haven't been on a live stream before with me, you might not have my template memorized. This is US 30 over here. And then all the way on the right is the best asset for trading the New York session, volatility, and that is the SQQQ. So when you look across the board, we can see none of them have hit a box yet. So if you're expecting lots of beautiful commentary on which direction we're about to head, you're not going to get a lot of that today. So I apologize. And the reason why is because we try to treat markets always with live candles, not hindsight BS that we're all fed everywhere else. And so because we have not hit this box or hit that box, that is the definition of remaining neutral. So hopefully we get a lot of volatility from CPI to hit one of them, and then we can look after the candle closes. If we hit the box above, close bearish, look for reasons to take shorts, hit the box above, close above it, which will obviously be a bullish close, then we can look for longs, and then vice versa on the lower side with a reversal or a continuation. But as of right now, we got to sit here and be chill, which is how trading should be. The goal is to lower stress, not to add to our stress, where we feel like we always need to be in a move. And right now, indexes are telling us to do nothing. This is the same thing for people who trade ETFs, which we use as well for directional bias on index futures. Right now, from the daily system, SPY is neutral over here, and so is QQQ. And then right over here, the Russell had a great move yesterday. But as of today, the Russell is singing the same story. We have not hit a box yet on every single index future that we watch. So it's going to be boring. And so it's going to be a chill kind of day for this type of news event that we're about to have. For commodities, silver is about to produce a new set of longs. It was in longs earlier. We had a really good move down to our True Algo DSZ box right here. Can I make it bigger so it's easier to see? And then from there, and True Algo members, I know if you're worried about like the candles have been bigger and the stats need to be updated, but the system is still holding true and offering an amazing opportunity throughout that. There's your longs off of this box. This is the average win. And even though our average wins are starting to get bigger now on it, and we're looking for an update here very soon, the boxes are still presenting the moves where they're supposed to be. The moves are just going more in our favor, which is fantastic. But right here at the CPI release, you'll see that we're closing above this brown little box right here on silver. So that'll be a potential new long confirmation, but we're going to want some retracement on it. For you gold folks, right now you're currently neutral, as you can see you're stuck in a box. So can't do anything. Oil folks, you are in a bearish confirmation. So for those of you guys that are gold traders, usually more people are gold traders than they are silver, or especially platinum or copper. At the moment, gold is in a neutral state, so we can't do anything. It's stuck in a box. We need something to hit a box, then close outside of the box afterwards. But silver does look like it's ready to rip into continued longs, which it has done here and here and potentially right here on the news release. Crypto folks, you guys have got lower probability longs right now because it's such a small win. This is what we're looking at. On ETH, it's a 1-to-1, which is a lower ratio that we want to trade with. And that was confirmed right here on Bitcoin. So same story. It's only about a $458 move on Bitcoin. And then you do have the trifecta set up with Tether over here on the right side. So this all matches up well, but the risk to reward is just so low. Like, I'll write the note here so we have it. Let me use this one. Risk to reward is poor, playing for a very small win compared to our average, which is right around, I think it's right around 1,400. So you're playing for almost three times less the amount. So even though it is a valid close, it isn't worth it, or should be an extremely small size, because you don't want to make up for the small win by generating more of the position, like having a bigger position or higher leverage because it's a smaller win. It's like, no, man, the system is telling you this isn't the best idea, so why go bigger? It should be a time to go smaller. So yeah. DXY actually just got to the next box, so now DXY is neutral. I did not spell that word right, which is bothering me. So you can see right here, DXY has clipped that box. So now it's in a neutral state. We were bullish. Bullish longs have played out. But now this note won't matter. And time to be, I think this is the most neutral we've seen things for a news release beforehand. Like, it's common to have a couple assets that are confirmed, but like in crypto's confirmed, commodities have confirmed, but every single index feature is neutral. No box hits. Like, there's not even a box hit. Nothing on SPY, nothing on QQQ, nothing on Russell. And then on top of that, the four main stocks that I teach and watch with the group, being Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, they're all neutral as well. Again, you can see that there's no box hit. I'm going to add the titles to everything so you guys don't have to guess what they are. Microsoft over here on the center right. Nvidia all the way on the right side. And then lastly over here, we've got good old SPY to match. This is the non-futures version of the ES. We have the QQQ non-futures version of the NQ. And then finally, Russell, the sidekick to US 30. Yeah. And now we chill, folks. DXY is now neutral. So everything is neutral for CPI. Boring CPI incoming. I'll do my best to provide commentary, but it can be a little boring. Welcome, Jordan. Almost everything is neutral, flat, so there is no move for CPI. Boring CPI incoming. So True Algo members, what would I tell you guys in a normal situation now, since we know everything is neutral? What will we go do instead for the next 5 minutes? What should you go do? And then there's always a weird delay for YouTube, so it's awkward sitting here waiting for the answer, but it's not because you guys are doing anything wrong. I have to wait for the 10-second or 15-second lag that YouTube presents itself. And the answer would be, this is the time to go get a coffee. It's not the time to go play luck and guess and hope, which none of those are strategies for trading. Marco, I saw the spelling. That was funny. That was kind of like what happens with me. It's all good. Thank you for participating, bud. I appreciate you. True Algo members, if you guys will remember last week, especially towards the end of the week, just reminding you guys that was expecting a really good run from the True Algo system across the board on most assets, but especially index futures. For about 4 to 6 weeks. And so we should continue to see that, where just like yesterday, we had a really, really good day on indexes off of the ES and the NQ, as well as Russell and US 30. Just have to be patient like we are right now. Just like yesterday was beautiful, and now looking for another really good setup. Just have to be patient for it. I'm totally fine taking less trades, especially when the trades are wins. So just try to be chill. Don't force markets. We know that we're not going to have a trade right here for CPI. And then the candle right after CPI, we could get a position, or we have to wait till New York Open. But it should continue over the next 6 weeks to be really good opportunities with our system, specifically on the index futures, but everything went really well yesterday. That CPI is just about to release. And then I'll help monitor and predict what we'll do if we get a hit from our system. If there's no hit in our system will tell us it is to be flat. And there's a release. Bullish move so far. Nothing for us. Get to watch. So if we continue to push up bullish, pop this box, that's what I was saying before, we would have to close bearish on the second candle, then can get shorts, or close above the box, then can look for longs upwards. Everything with a nice push upwards. Russell, really big push, by the way. And then, man, it would be nasty if New York then flips market short. We can come down and clear our scalps and beacon targets. Gold and silver have benefited, and there's that new long position on silver right here. pushing up immediately. Oil isn't usually affected by news events, so it's chilling in its spot. Gold, you didn't, like we said before, it was neutral, did not get a new confirmation. It is still pushing up, but it did not close above our box like silver did. And then as DXY finished that long position right here, you can see reversed off of True Algo beautifully. A couple of stocks moving up, obvious as expected. Amazon's the only one hitting a box right now over here on the left side of our screen. But yeah, good thing about the news release is now we'll have an opportunity for New York. Big old bullish candle. It's bigger than the NFP move that was a week ago or a week and a half ago. We still have that bearish beacon for New York session on the ES and US 30. We don't have it on the NQ. The NQ cleared it. But that's what I was saying about this big bullish move up. Trap traders. We did already take the high of yesterday. New all-time highs across the board on every asset. US 30 just took its all-time high as well. And then the stats say there's a 78% chance we'll get here during New York. 72% chance we'll get here for US 30. So again, bearish across the board. For those targets. And again, it'll be something that we look to get if we get a bearish confirmation. And right now, there's no reason to worry about that. It's an old weekly being cleared on some of the assets. Amazon starting to extend above our box. Got a little bit further for Apple, Microsoft, and NVIDIA to hit the box. And so the indexes should continue to push upwards till those pop that box, and then we can get a bearish reversal or again continuation. We're waiting for boxes to get hit. So sitting here, just watching at the moment. This is the euro. I'm gonna pop the pound up just to see if there's any other potential moves. There's a box down here to flip the pound bullish, and there was. So the system looks really great. Still neutral currently on the pound as well. It does make, this is helpful though for True Algo members, especially later in the New York session. The pound moves the same direction as the index futures, and the pound also has bearish targets. And on these targets, I try to see what the hit rate is for these two. So we'll see the stat box in a second. There it is. Yeah, man, there's an even higher hit rate for these. So there's an 87% chance. So, oops. Just want to write this down so I don't miss it. 87% chance NYSE goes bearish today to those targets. Silver and gold continuing to push up. Big old move. And then crypto folks, the again, you just want to grade me on what we predict live. Over here, ETH and Bitcoin both went out. Reminder that, well, Bitcoin has a little bit further to go, but this is what I was saying, that the risk to reward is poor. And that's my opinion on it. The stats don't care, and they're still supplying that 70 to 80% win rate. But ETH has played out, Tether has played out, and that's why Bitcoin maybe just a little bit shy from hitting that full box. Microsoft about to hit the box. All three indexes have hit a box now. So I'm going to continue to bore you. I'm sorry. While we wait for this close in 8 minutes or so. Trying to fight a sneeze at the moment. I'm still here. I'm just watching. Hopefully you guys can see the potential of people getting trapped up here. And then that's that thing we drew earlier, that this will happen. But the only way to take these potential shorts in this trap for people that are going long right now is we have to get a bearish candle close below that box. So we can draw the idea that we're looking to have, but until we get the candle to close and confirm, then it's just an idea at the moment. At the moment, the NQ bias is still neutral, bud. And A key, I'm not sure if you are a member or not, but at the moment, and nothing is going to change over the next 8 minutes. They're neutral. We're deciding to do this on the NQs right here, or this right now. These are the two positions that we're looking at. But you have to have, if you want to take this short, we have to close bearish, like a red candle has to close, not the green. And then if we want to get this long position, it has to close green above. So that's our bias on NQ. So the bias right now is to do nothing until one of those two things happen. But the good thing is right now, like I was telling you guys before, anyone jumping in at the top here, going long and getting sucked in, you're going to get wrecked because you're longing into our reversal box or our continuation box. So I'm totally cool just chilling here watching people get trapped. I don't want to be that person. Yesterday was such a good day, and I don't want it to start burying my week by being impatient. It's going to be a nasty trap for those people, man. I'm going to write down the stats. So 78.7% chance. Might as well just say 79. 79% chance NYSE goes here today. I'm going to make the text a little bit smaller. And it's the same for, that's a way bigger bearish move on US 30. In US 30, it's actually a 72% chance, which makes sense because it's lower than the move on the ES. People are going to get wrecked. Long and late. See how many, like if you do the math, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 simultaneous box hits to stop price by True Algo. Reminder, like these boxes are here before price gets there, not repainted afterwards. So there are 7 reasons why you should do absolutely nothing at this box, where most retail traders start to get confidence in the long, and now they're going to get chewed up like crazy. And then Microsoft was one of the bigger culprits. That's 8, and here's 9 of 11 assets that we track that stop price at the box above. You can try to see if UVXY also hit a box below. We know it went lower. It's just a question is, did it hit a box below? right down here. I want to watch this where this wick is. Something tells me there'll be, there you go. There's 10 of 12 assets now, all signaling a potential big old reversal. And I could get one of these bad boys like this. And then remember, we have that 87% chance that the Forex side will push bearish for New York with those targets. Just really quick, want to check the GLL on gold. Man, gold, the GLL side, again, shout out to one of our experts, Mike. Easy to play gold during the New York session. You see that? Perfect shorts to get into longs on GLL, longs on gold. And then right there on that candle confirmation where gold was neutral, GLL was bearish, allowing you to continue to look for longs on gold, where silver was also long. So shout out to him. There's a reason why he's one of our experts finding these confluence assets that are the inverse relationship. Just perfection. Again, right here, next candle, confirm short, and then you're about to get a new confirmation like this, but you would want that candle, this red candle, not to be stuck in a box on the close. You want it to close below it. Get the GLL down here. You're going to have another big run on gold. I'll keep watching that as we get closer to New York Open. That silver move, just so everybody understands, like it's $25 a tick on silver. That's 171 ticks. So in 13 minutes, that is $4,275. And I believe most prop firms now are starting to add, a lot of our members keep requesting them to add micro silver. So this is for a mini $42.75 or a $427 move per micro that you guys play. But that's such a big move. It's one of the best performing assets we have right now. Best swinging asset too. You can see the indexes are still trapping people right now at the highs. I think I just covered gold for you, so if you have questions on gold, let me know. I'm trying to answer you guys in text form as well. Could get a new set of longs on gold here in 15 minutes. Have to wait for the candle to close above the next set of boxes. Bullish. I am still here. You can see we just had that new candle close. And so True Algo members, though not what we want to say, but it is true, what can we do now? And the answer is nothing. But the good thing is now we have an opportunity where if this candle closes red, doesn't matter if it hits the box again. If it closes red in 15 minutes, it's short city across the board on everything, and then we just want to get that SQQQ to close green above, which it will, and then we have all four agreeing to take the position. Again, at least we are not getting trapped. Like the retail is going to get trapped right now. And man, it'll be, sizing wise, I would be super aggressive because you'd have every single thing except for stocks telling you to take the same directional move. See if oil can push back down. True Algo members, on oil, don't sleep on the fact that we've hit the weekly box. This is the first time this week on oil. Zooming out. Up here at the weekly system, right there's that hit. Would be fantastic now to rotate all the way back down to the next weekly system lower. So don't sleep on those weekly hits. Reminder, I've been talking to you guys about using the weekly system more than the daily system on oil for this week. All those retail traders are going to get rocked, man. You guys see the trap that got laid for retail? A lot of those liquidity hunter people will talk about like that was gotten taken. And I agree with them that this time that did work. But that's not the same case yesterday or the day before or the weeks before that. Again, picking and choosing when that concept works. Like our box purposely said today, this is where you can get a new all-time high, get the previous high of New York yesterday, take that out, and then push down. The thing is, though, in True Algo, something we want to note is for the New York session, I would much rather them do this. Watch. One last push up. So, and this is where people start using the word fake out, which doesn't make any sense in markets because I don't believe anything such as a fake out. Okay, that doesn't make sense when you really say it out loud. And then all we're trying to do during the New York session, we're so close to it, is get the New York session to come up and test its New York high of yesterday, which is what I'm showing you right here, and then can get that. And then US 30 actually does not have to go any as high to pop the box because its New York high of yesterday is right there. So that's potentially what we could be looking at. That would be one last fake out, as those traders would call it. But then they wouldn't say fake out if it does this instead, where it instead comes up and then does this, and then there's no fake out. So be aware of that New York high of yesterday. It's in the companion indicator too. If you don't want to try finding it, the companion will give it to you. See right here? Right there. There's that New York high of yesterday. And you have to remind yourself that right now you are still in the London session. So this New York is still active until New York opens, and then now New York has to pop it again. It can't be cleared during London. It has to be cleared during New York. So that would be a nice way to trap them. $10 minutes from this close. Silver now muscling up another 171. It's another, man, 38 points. And again, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's $25 a point. That's just a little bit on stream. That's an extra $9.50. You are now over $5,000 a contract. On the live stream. Those of you guys on micros, it would be a $500 move, but on a single mini, it's $5,000. Oil's starting to move more in our favor now, over here on the right side of the screen. Little move, but nonetheless in our favor. And then crypto folks, you can see after ETH and Tether pop their box, we're now retracing. These positions are done. In the next 9 minutes, we could get into shorts on crypto. So let me show you what I mean. Where crypto pulls down and then closes bearish, short. Same thing on ETH. Opposite on Tether. One of the coolest things about this, crypto folks, is during the New York session, you tend to move similar to the index futures, and that would fit this, what we're looking for, like that, to come down to this target right there. So that would be nice. Morning, Roman. Yeah, I can't see all your guys' names like I do on Discord, so good morning to all of you. Hope you're doing fantastic today. I am still here, by the way. Just trying to answer some people on Discord as I'm chilling here. GG, if you're here, bud. I'm going to fix your access, at least on Discord right now, bud. But I can't fix the other side that I just DM'd you about. There, I got you fixed. So at least you can see my post on the Discord side. You guys see I know it doesn't seem like, I'm making a presumption that for anyone watching right now, they're just like, why aren't we in new positions? Why isn't he in a new trade? And like, this is how trading should be. Like 98% of the time, you should be sitting on your hands waiting for a development for your exact scenario, not just hoping that you can just get into a trade to trade. This isn't gambling. Most retail traders gamble, but that's not our goal here. The biggest thing for me is like you guys watching that we said to be neutral. Pushed up, every single thing hit a box above where you want to go long because you missed the move, and that's the FOMO. We told you that there were 10 of 12 assets that we tracked during the New York pre-market through New York session were hitting a box above. And then obviously the SQQQ is our opposite, hitting the box below. And I told you that this is where it would be a really good trap for retail traders to get stuck, who then chase the long position, and now they're getting rocked. And we're 5 minutes away now from getting our shorts activated. The biggest thing, or one of the things that you need to do as a trader is realize that time needs to be moved in your favor versus the FOMO causes people to always make bad decisions. We've been sitting here for 10 minutes, and I want to show you. Here's the 1 minute candles. And let me find the exact close right here at 45. Right here. Watch. Here's the close on the 45 minute. We moved a total of 9 handles, but if you go to where the current candle is right now, we've moved 4 handles. That's all you've missed in 15 or about to be 15 minutes. So like you don't have to stress, man, like being on these small time frames and wanting to always be in a trade. Like just got to chill. Exactly what we said would happen has happened, and then we're about to get these shorts activated for us and expecting a big turn down move to get to our beacons that have a 79% chance to be cleared, and more. And US 30's got a bigger move. That's more than the average to get down to this 72% chance target. So we'll keep watching. SPY, QQQ, they're all going to confirm. Russell's going to be neutral, by the way. It's the only one. See how Russell over here on the right side is hit 2 boxes, both on the top and bottom. It's a definition of neutral, so don't touch the Russell. Amazon's about to look for puts. Microsoft is about to look for puts. Apple and Nvidia are going to still be neutral. Forex is still neutral. Gold now pushing down. Gold, folks, there will not be a new position. Look, you see how it fell below this box right here? It had to close where this entrance line was being shown. And now it's below the entrance, so because it's below that box, so it is neutral now. Oil just hit take profit 1, very small win on the first position. See if it wants to extend. The best thing that can happen on oil, over here on the right side, is we close in this box in the next 3 minutes, and then for the next 30 minutes leading up to New York, you extend down. So there's no new position. Instead, you get to trail your position lower and lower and more in profit. But we won on oil, won on crypto, everything else, monitoring silver also won. Again, always trying to track win rates and what we said happened, did it happen? And obviously the indexes said to be neutral, and then the potential reversal about people getting trapped. That went well too. Want to make sure that we can predict it. If not, there's no real point. 2 minutes from the close, everybody. SPY is going to remain neutral on the close. Try to zoom in a little bit more. Russell over here, going to be neutral. No new position on gold, folks. Sorry about that. No new move on crypto. No new move on Forex because you're popping 2 boxes. So we'll sit over here. We are going to get the shorts. This is the average move on the ES that we're looking for. This will be the NQ. This will be US 30. You can see the stop losses don't extend far enough, True Algo members. So this is one of those times that like you got to be okay with it retracing against you. And then we could get a potential sniper entrance like this. And then that's where I would go extremely heavy when practicing. But I also would like it to not retrace and just go straight to take profit down below. So we'll keep monitoring it. We do have a simultaneous confirmation on the SQQQ over here to support our idea. SPY is the only pain in the butt, but it's only one thing telling us to be neutral where everything else is telling us to be bearish. So QQQ actually might remain neutral too. We'll see if it lands bearish. And then we do have Amazon flipping bearish. Nothing is flipping bullish, which is very helpful since we're looking for reasons to short. There's the confirmation right there. We did get it on QQQ, and then we do have it live on the ESNQ US 30 SQQQ. And the worst thing about trading right now is even though we've done everything right, you can still lose. It's one of the hardest things for people to face in trading is that they finally get their position, they've done everything correct, and then if they lose, they see what is the point? Like, I'm supposed to win. Nah, man, it's not true. You're just trying to create an edge in your favor. Shorts activated on ESNQ US 30. Longs on SQQ. Potential retracement would allow, I'm just writing a note in the Discord side. Potential retracement would allow for an amazing high aggressive position sizing on sniper entrance. So what I'm saying is, like, I'm trying to watch this. If we do retrace, and that would be the sniper entrance right there. This, oh my gosh. If I can get my keyboard to cooperate. So then you would be looking for this. Take profits, stay the same, but that would be the second idea. Be 132 handles on the NQ. US 30, man, would be way higher of a retracement point. This would be option 2. US 30, you got to make the average win just a little bit smaller on the idea. So this would, that second position is just the retracement point if we do continue to retrace against it. No new position on gold. Oil's done, potentially going to come tap the entrance line. So I'm going to get this oil position out of the way now to avoid confusion. Silver is still fine, but gold did not get the position. And then crypto, folks, remember what I was saying about the index is pushing bearish. It can allow us to get a trifecta short on crypto. We shall see. SQQQ is the opposite direction you want to see on the NQ. It is one of the things that separates us from the other 95% of retail traders. So if that's the only thing you learn, I'm glad that we got something to you. The only thing is, like, you need our system to guide you on it. If not, it's just another asset that we watch, or that you would watch, you know what I mean, Flacco? But SQQQ goes up, NQ goes down. Why does that matter? Well, if the NQ right here is in a short confirmation from our system, but the SQQQ is not in a long, then it means that the SQQQ is probably going to lose. So by adding that extra layer of confluence, specifically during the New York session with that SQQQ, it allows us an opportunity to trade with the higher probability of success during the New York session. It's what a lot of traders get wrong, man. Like, everybody wants to trade the New York session, but most people don't realize that at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the entire New York session starts opening and injecting in assets and volatility that move the index differently than what happened during the London and Asia session. But everybody wants markets to be the same. And inherently, it can't be the same because you're adding an entire market into this. So you have to look at different assets when New York starts getting activated. I'm clicking around, seeing some stuff for myself. Just give me a second. Silver is continuing its next run upwards. And again, every one of these little pushes that you might not think is big, just a reminder, every 34 points is another $1,000 per contract. That's 25. So that's, again, 25 times 25 per contract. Just absolutely beautiful and incredible. I try to show the indexes a lot because I know most people are index traders. Got some retracement still going on. I'm going to try to draw the sniper entrance notes and put it in the Discord side so you guys have it. And then the other thing, the reason why this is appealing, because we want New York to clear New York's high of yesterday. And if you guys watch me live, I'll show you again what I was talking about. I have to put it right here. So this right here, this is the New York high target for 113.26. So that's that point that I want hit, but it can't be hit, or it can be hit whenever it wants, but for us in a live market, the only thing that matters is it getting hit when the New York bell opens. So that's where that sniper entrance area would be tipped. And so that's where it is on the ES. The NQ, it's much higher that we were talking about. US 30, it's much lower. I'm trying to put it right on the actual spot for New York Open, which is right there. And then US 30s is lower. Right there. So that's that retracement point that potentially looking at that to get hit, so I'm not scared when and or if New York retraces from the current shorts that we're in and price pushes upwards. And then if we lose, it's just part of the game. We're just trying to create an edge. Silver is so beautiful. Shout out to Arturo, one of our devs. Like 40. Like, man, I know people we want the indexes to move immediately in our favor, but I just want to make sure people understand how big this move is now live. That is 253 points times 25. That is officially, and remember, if you guys, just so you understand, when I first started showing you this not too long ago, this was 42.75. This is now 63.25 a contract on silver. So where everyone is sitting here trying to make indexes go immediately in their favor, you're missing out on $2,000 live just from this wick to the current price. That's how much silver moves that people don't realize. Especially for those of you guys on gold while you're still waiting and trying to monitor GLL. Let me get GLL over here. If you want gold to extend all the way up here to this box for you gold traders, you need GLL to clear this area. That's where GLL could reverse gold. If we can get gold down here, like I said earlier, that's where you will extend all the way to 46.40 on gold. I want to take a picture of this to put in the Discord side. There we go. This is the current entrance idea, as well as the New York high of yesterday that would coincide with a sniper short entry specific to the NYSE Open. I definitely do not suggest going full port on Bitcoin during anything, whether it's a news event or not. But to answer your question, Flacco, here, watch this real quick, because I was on my laptop a little bit earlier last week, so I had my stats turned off. If you watch this real quick, bud. So both on ETH and BTC. I'm going to turn the stats on right there. So the average win on Bitcoin right now, I'll show you. Come on. Is a $1,707 move. That's the average move on Bitcoin. So when you're talking about going full port and things like that, or when you're talking about the using data on CPI, our stats are from every confirmation that happens within our system. No hindsight. We don't sit here and the system, their boxes move. They stay in place always. So this move on Bitcoin that you're talking about, specific to the CPI event, this is always. So this is how big that candle is, or not candle, the stats are specific to every event, every move, every session. This is what held true over a time. So to help answer that. The entry you see right now on ES and NQ is because this is the average entry move on our system. You hit a box above, and then we closed bearish below it. So that's a short. The drawing that you see in this second entry, this is the NQ right here. This is the ES. This is the New York high of yesterday. But what a lot of traders to me get wrong is they think any session can clear this. So if you think about it, this was done during New York. This is New York traders. So London can't tell you what New York did. London does what London does. Asia does what Asia does. So when New York opens here in 16 to 18 minutes, New York has to retest or want to retest what it did yesterday. That's the problem with liquidity traders, is they always think that all sides of it are liquidity 24/7, and then they don't understand why sometimes it hits it and does this, and sometimes it hits it and goes like this. Well, the reason why is sometimes it's being hit by the wrong session. So New York traders have to decide what New York did. And so that's why I have this right here for potential entrances for the sniper. Again, entering the drawing that you see right here. That way I don't get scared of this retracement. And if the biggest thing is you have to wait for, and this is the thing that people miss, is you have to wait for the candle to close. You can't just jump in to the position when it gets up here, or if it gets up here, sorry. You have to wait for the candle to close. As you've been seeing, I've been showing you guys that throughout. That little bit of patience will help you, because what happens if we just do this? If you jump in during this candle when it's moving, you'll wreck your account, and you have to be able to control your risk management. So if it pushes up to this drawing that we have for entrance 2, and it gets to this point, we have to wait for that candle to close before we enter in. It'll help us avoid a bigger potential loss. But we might not even get that. New York will pop, and then we just continue to drop in our favor. 1,700 points, Flacco. Or to be specific, it's 1,704. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with you. You can do whatever you want on NQ. We are in valid short still, from what you're asking, AK. Russell is about to put in a short as well over here on the right side of our screen here in just a moment. The only thing that sucks about Russell is the take profit is so small. Like, this is what we want on Russell. This is the stats. 134 points is the average move. I'll show you. You'll see the stat box will pop up. It'll say average win 134. But you can see that this box comes before it. This is 134 points. But this is what we're looking for. There's the average stats, 134 points. So that's the only problem with the Russell idea. There's the Russell activation. The Russell's also short now too. Nothing's changed on the stock side. Nothing's changed. Well, there's no going to be change on Forex or anything like that. Silver pushed up more. Man, that is crazy. I just want to show you guys again. I just want to keep tracking it. It just pushed up another 100 points. So It's 350. Oh, look, I want to show you guys. Look, updating live. If you just hang out with us live, we are now at $8,750 a contract. So just so you guys know, on the live, this contract has doubled for the second time now. Because we had the initial, right when the stream started on silver, you can go back and check it. But now the position, when we got to here, it was only 42.50. Now it's 87.50 in 40 minutes on silver. It's incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. And one of the best parts about our system is not having to force a single asset or asset class to do what you want. Our system, and this goes for all of you guys, whether you're a member or not, like, you've got to take advantage of the things that I'm showing you or the things that the system is saying. If you're telling yourself I'm only an ES or only an NQ person, you're going to miss out on days where silver will make you more for your entire month. You will, because you tell yourself you can only be this person on this asset. And that's what retail does, man. Retail does not take advantage of other assets. They try to say, I'm going to be this good at this asset only. And I can assure you guys that is not how you trade at a hedge fund, and that's not how big time traders trade. They look for the best opportunities across the assets that they watch. They do not watch a single asset. It'd be like you driving on a highway or the Autobahn and there's 4 lanes and you refuse to check anything else but your lane. It's like you will get in an accident. It's like guaranteed. Because even if you do nothing wrong, it's the other people who are going to hit you. And so if you guys see what Rish is saying, that the NQ, the ES are diverging a little bit, I don't disagree with you, bud. It's not a very big divergence. I know we had that ES candle pushed up and the NQ pushed down a little bit, then closed green. So there is a little bit of divergence, and it's the stocks right now that are making them up, where Microsoft pushed bearish, Nvidia pushed bearish, but Apple and Amazon pushed bullish. It's not scaring me out of my position because I'm already expecting us to push up for New York, if that makes sense, buddy. So Flacco, there is no difference of anything you've just seen, bud. Every single thing that you see, every single asset, the stats just tell you how big the positions are on average. Every strategy is the same. There's only one. You hit a box, you close above bullish, you look for longs. You hit a box below, close below it, bearish, you look for shorts. As you can see, there's no shorts here. And that's what you do. The only difference is some assets like gold and silver, they are confluence assets. So they move in the same direction. So you want to look at both of them, not just one, both of them. Oil, there is no confluence that we use for oil. So you trade oil as a soloist. Long on oil, win. Long on oil, win. Long on oil, win. Short on oil, win. But again, bullish candle above this box, long up. Bearish candle below this box, short down to the next box. And you either take the average win, which is 83 points, or box to box, whichever comes first. The strategy does not change across assets. West. I really hope these people talking about full port, you guys are being facetious or sarcastic, man. Like, you are better off just going to the casino or going to the gas station and just buying lottery tickets with everything you have. Like, please do not full port anything ever. 95% of traders could win in trading if they just worked on risk management rather than trying to win every trade or full porting. I know we want to get lucky, but from a demo and paper trade purpose only, no financial advice, please don't full port your account ever. Manny, you can do whatever you want, buddy. But I highly suggest you don't. 9 minutes from New York Open. Marco. Man, that SPY is still slowing us down. It's a little annoying. Crypto folks, Ethereum and Bitcoin about to put in a new set of longs with this, what could be at New York Open. Again, the potential take profit is so small on your idea, but it wouldn't change the fact that it would produce a new long. What I mean is, like, this is what we were saying about doing in New York if we push down bearish on the indexes. Whoops. But try to show you. It would be the literal same position once again. Close this candle green above that box. There's your take profit. But this is almost 4 times less than the average. The average win is $1,700. This here is a $500 move on Bitcoin. Now, listen, I know that's a lot for people. I'm just telling you, the stats are telling you this is smaller than the average win. That's an easy question to answer, Manny. The CPI is always, always would be a bad word. Statistically speaking, CPI is bigger than PPI. The volatility. So tomorrow's PPI release will be much smaller. Well, I think anyone who's full porting on prop firms, you're trying to take advantage of how fast you can get funded when they do like the speed styles of those challenges. But then when you're never going to get funded per se, but if you get past the eval and now you're getting into the payout stage, they teach you to do that so that when you get to the payout stage, you will never have consistency and therefore they will never have to give you a payout. So that's how they get you. You guys see that the ES is now entered into the area that we'll be watching over the next 6 to 7 minutes. Sorry that I just said that out loud. But that's how far we are. 7 minutes from New York Open. And if this candle closes, now we're getting that sniper entrance area potentially. The NQ didn't push up as far. But we'll keep watching. Russell going in our favor so far. Kind of weird that NVIDIA is kind of sleeping right now. I mean, volume can always be a factor. And if for any of you guys that use volume, you can watch that and use it however you want. But the problem is volume is different on every broker, on every asset. Like if you're a crypto person, if you look at Bybit versus looking at Binance, MEXC, whatever it is, the volume is going to be different. So you have to pick and choose which one you want to use. But if you're a volume trader, all you want to do is you want your volume, your reversals, your delta, those things to exist where our boxes are. Your points of control, your value area high, your value area low. You want those ideas, those concepts, because that's what they are. They're concepts, not strategies, to exist when you hit a box. And now you can develop an actual strategy off of your concept. You can see the NQ now pushing up to get to this idea here for New York Open in 5 minutes. So you see this line over here? Let me zoom in on ES. This line right there. You see how the candle has pushed above it, but it hasn't clipped it yet? Like I'm trying to show you that like it doesn't count until New York actually opens here in 5 minutes. So if it stays above it when New York pops here in 5 minutes, I'm expecting New York to come down quickly and hit it and test it. And then from there can look to push down, or we reverse bullish and we stay bullish for New York Open. So we'll monitor it together. Oh, this works for Forex, and I have Forex up right here. I'm just not talking about Forex very much because nothing is happening. It's neutral. So for Forex folks, and you can ask me, Ifrin, what Forex you want me to look at, and I can look at it for you real quick. But no matter what we do, we show DXY. And so this over here is the pound. And so DXY was bullish right before CPI came up, hit the box, then CPI released it. We came from this box, neutral, and shifted straight down to this box. If this candle closes green above this box on DXY, then you look to short pretty much everything in Forex. That does not start with USD. If DXY closes above this box bullish, then things like the UJ and the UCAD, you push up. It works for all assets classes. So this is gold, like you're asking. Here's gold. Silver, we've done this live on the stream. Commodities, oil on the right side. So we cover all asset classes. And by the way, guys, and this is what I think people miss out is what I'm doing right now for you all live. This is what we do every day for you all. So you won't be doing this by yourself. So if you're someone who usually is on New York sessions right now, I live stream for members during this time every single day. There's 11 live streams this week, 6 days this week, or sorry, 5 days a week. So you'll get help. We are 2.5 minutes from New York Open. It would be nice for it to just a full send downwards in our favor. It would be fantastic. It'd be exactly the same as yesterday. Like in True Algo members, I'm doing my best to hold true about that. I think the system is going to work really, really well over the next 6 weeks because December was so consolidating. It has nothing to do with markets being consolidative. If like people say that, I'm telling you, statistically speaking, using our system, we had less trades and more chop through our system. So now in order for the stats to hold true, which they do long term, that's why you're going to have quite the run over the next 6 weeks. Rich is asking, you're talking about this long? Yeah. You're talking about using the average invalidation from the stop loss point? The Rish, watch this real quick, bud. Put GLL up right here. This is what you want to use to help you during the New York session on gold. So gold is going to put in a long like you're asking here in less than a minute. But you see GLL over here, you need it to close below this box. And then where gold's stop loss is way too large than the average, you can use this asset. If it were to be down here, as soon as it's above there, that's where you would kill your play on gold. Because this is like how we use SQQQ with indexes. If you blindly just use the average invalidation on gold, which you can, this is going to be more helpful for you during the New York session. So at the moment, we're not getting that sniper entry. We just have our initial entry shorts, everybody. New York is just about to pop. See if the trading gods just, or trading lords as I call them, just full send down bearish here. There's New York Open. Reminder, we still have that target line above price. I would like to not get to it and we just push down, but we shall see as a group. I just real quick, I need to check the stocks. Microsoft pushed down all the way. Apple did get down to the boxes, reversing out bullish. Nvidia pushing down. And then we actually have Amazon offered a better entry on its shorts. And let's see if away we can go. And let's get a 92.5 handles here on the NQ. SQQQ looking great. GG if you're here, bud. I'm messaging you right now on Discord. And True Algo members, just a reminder, if we do push up here, like retrace against, just watch for the candles to close in that box, and that would be that sniper entry. That would be worth it. Again, that's an if scenario. We already have our scenario one that we're in. Amazon puts going absolutely fantastic. We got a much better entrance than the initial shorts that it was looking for. And then the Microsoft pushing down, Nvidia pushing down. I'm surprised the indexes are holding up as good as they are, because man, 3 out of 4 stocks are absolutely tanking. I think that dang SPY, get SPY down here. It's the very last one, and then shorts should tumble, but a little bit annoying right now that SPY is holding us up. Ifrin, what's your Discord ID, bud? Our Discord is this. I'm sure you know that, but if you can give me your Discord ID, I can try to message you. US 30 is going more in our favor now with the shorts at the moment. Gold, folks, a little bit of retracement now on that position. Oil actually did get a long confirmation. Again, the position this is 4 times less than the average. And then your stop loss is not bigger than the average, but your risk to reward is poor here. It still is a position irregardless. It's just something I wouldn't take, or I would play extremely small. But that is a valid long either way. And then crypto folks, Bitcoin and ETH produced another long, but they're already done because ETH has already hit the box. Tether has already hit the box. So it's about waiting. Indexes are retracing once again. Sorry, I'm trying to watch as much stuff as I can. It's that dang Apple causing the issues at the moment. Russell is about to win on its shorts. Sweet. Yeah, Flacco, then, and let me try to say hi to you guys on this side. Oh, I see that you messaged me. Sweet. For all of you from YouTube, I am the one that is live streaming. You can reach out to me anytime for help. I will never DM or friend request you. Ever. So you can DM or friend request me, but I will never friend request or DM you. We have a lot of scammers that match my name and do the same thing. So welcome, but simply click my name there and I'll assist you. Oh, IDX, I remember you, bud. Your name's different on here than it is on YouTube. The sniper entry is still valid when we get up there. The only reason why the sniper entry would be invalid when you get up there is if every other asset is also in a long confirmation. Then you could be like, hey man, I don't know if I should take that short. But at the moment, if we get up there, it's still going to be valid, regardless, Jatin. Remember, you have to wait for it to close though, bud. And I'm going to make another video this week only talking about these. If you go on the learning platform, our video tutorial, Jatin, there's a video called Nursing a Position, and that's what shows the sniper entry. I focus on using the CME charts only, Flacco. We are getting a divergence now between US 30 and NQ, where US 30 is playing out and the NQ's retracing to get to that New York high. You can see the take profit happening from these boxes below, and it's pushing index futures upwards. Only on ES and NQ. US 30s shorts are still holding. I think Russell also about to hit take profit over here on the right side. This right here. Yeah, Russell's just about to hit the take profit box. So is US 30, pushing down. If you're going to use Tradeovate and Ninja, just reminder, Flacco, that the system, our boxes don't work on that. You'd have to add them yourself, which you can do each day, which isn't as hard as you think. But a lot of our traders just you can use Tradeovate through TradingView like this. A lot of our members use AMP as well, which is not going to help you prop firm people. US 30 continuing to go in our favor, and then NQES slowly retracing up to the New York line. You can see the ES getting closer to hitting that. And then Flacco, you'll notice that a lot of the prop firms now, they call it proprietary, which is a bunch of BS. They make you trade on their platforms using their data with their broker. So that they can manipulate and do whatever they want with the spreads and all that great old stuff. So my goal here is to teach you how you need to use the futures data. It's the best data possible, regardless of what your props are asking you to do. And then you simply have our system up and then have their platform next to your chart. Again, just split your screen and then simply make your decisions based off of what our chart says here with the CMEs. Ifrin, from what you're saying, when DXY goes up, the US dollar value goes up, index futures tend to go down. That would be my only answer. And I think it's sort of an assumption for us to say that the futures react first, then followed by the Forex market. What happens during New York is the index futures have all the volatility. That's where people are putting their money in. They're not putting their money into Forex, but vice versa. If you go to the Asia session, you will see that the Forex market moves more aggressive than the indexes do, because it's very common for people on the other side of the world, in the Asia market, in the London market, they like to play commodities and they like to play Forex. But when you've got New York, man, money goes into the indexes. That's where they go. So that might be why you're saying what you're saying or seeing what you do. It's specific to how the countries like the play markets. NQ now pushing up to that entrance. By the way, US 30 live, there's your win. And again, it's important for you guys to look how we track the stats. Look, just so you know, there's no BS. Hold on, I don't know why it said 140. Oh, I had to move the average win because it was the next box. Look, it's pretty gnarly. Look where they're taking profit. Average win on US 30 is 147 points. There's your 147 points live. And look where they're taking profit at. Like literally at the box, at our average win, that's where price stops. Look at it on a 1 minute. Fold straight down, take profit at our line. Look at the close, like on the 1 minute at the 147 point. It's beautiful. And now the NQ is about to clear that New York high target, which we want to happen. And then watch for the close here in 5 minutes. There's that. It's finally cleared now. So this is where the NQ is going to decide whether or not it wants to get into massive shorts from a sniper entry perspective, or it's going to flip long. The ES is still holding much better. Again, True Algo members, I always suggest you guys to look at the ES before the NQ. This is one of those reasons live. Look at the US 30. Absolutely beautiful. Russell, by the way, remember, average win 134. It already got to take profit 1, and now it's traveling towards the average win point down here. For all of you fair value gap traders, there's your fair value gap being filled. Bitcoin now putting in a new high on the longs. Same thing with ETH. Again, I was still talking to you guys, just trying to be consistent about the take profit was so much smaller, 4 times smaller than the average, but it's still long for you crypto folks. And what was only supposed to be a $250 move has now extended up to $440. If the SQQQ confirms short here, that's where getting into sniper shorts wouldn't be a good idea, because now the SQQQ is telling you to go long. So you just got to wait for the close. If we close here though, Rish, you have to really evaluate where like the risk reward is worth it. But again, if this NQ closes above that box and that SQQQ closes below this box, there is no sniper entry. The play is done. They're buying the QQQ and NQ hard, whereas SPY and ES are still holding. Apple continuing to push us up. Microsoft is going to get into longs or calls here in 3 minutes. Get this one out of the way. Shorts played out, and see now if it'll get into calls on the next confirmation. Amazon also flipping into calls. So as we're evaluating the sniper entry, come on. You got a bunch of things flipping into longs, which can make the shorts not a good idea. Also, US 30 hitting the box. Sorry, I'm trying to answer people real fast. There we go. And really nice rejection from that New York high now. See if we can fold down, extend further, keep that SQ up. The ES did not get to that target, but whatever. NQ did. So I'll take it. Make sure you guys can hold through this volatility. We should get that full average win here on Russell now with this extension. And reload on the NQ. Let's go. And now you can see that Microsoft, the candle's not green anymore, so that won't be an option. Let it fall, baby. Let it fall. Hold through the volatility. Let it plummet. Yep, and we have the alerts that we have generated through our Discord as well, so you can simply wait for the alerts to go off, or like you right-click right here, add alert on the system, and then you can sit here, set your own alerts, make sure it's perpetual, and you'll get your alerts. You don't have to sit there and watch the charts like I'm doing for 90 minutes straight. You can just wait for your alert to go off. It's also triggered to go off slightly before the box gets hit, so it tries its best to make sure you don't miss the move. All right, folks, I'm going to jump off now. We've been on for 90 minutes. I hope that I was helpful. We are still in these active shorts, and my hopes, even though hope is not a strategy, is that I'm going to get off this live stream and you guys are going to watch price do this. Okay? Reminder, we have a 79% chance to get down here for the ES, the NQ. We got a very nice rejection from the NQ popping that New York high of yesterday. Still doesn't mean we're going to win. We had a full average 147 point. It's actually a bigger win now, 174 point win on US 30, but the average is 147. We were targeting 139 live, but again, markets gave us even more on that win. I hope that I was helpful today. Again, those of you guys that are not a part of our system, I don't BS you here. We don't use hindsight. We don't use any of that crap. What you see us doing here right now, we do every single day during the New York session. I have another live stream for members here in an hour and 15 minutes. So I'll be back once again to help them. And if you join our system, I'll be here to help you guys. We do have a sale as well. I know most people are always trying to look for a discount so that they can decide if they really want to use the system long term. But you can get information on our system here, and then always feel free to join the Discord. And I just posted not too long ago on the Discord side, so you can click my name and DM me. I'm the person that will help answer your questions. But again, if you want help live, man, what you see today, that's what you get every single day. No BS, which is what's so important. And then you can grade me in the system by how well it works live. Not hindsight, man. We don't cherry pick crap. Everyone always says they don't cherry pick. They literally cherry pick every freaking day. We do this when the candles are moving live. I won't lie to you. We have to perform. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Take care, and I will see you in an hour and 15 minutes on our second live stream of the day. Take care.